Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're gonna do the Silencer issue number 12 by DC Comics, covered by Tyler Kirkham. And yeah, we start off when, Blake still can't find his wife. And then he's been greeted by Gillian Kale with the US Embassy. And basically they are coordinating with relief agencies to organize temporary accommodation and repatriation for all U.S. citizens. And basically, she says, "I'm going to ask you to be strong. I may need you to identify anybody's watching your wife's description we find in the resort ruins." And Blake cannot believe it. He says, "My wife is still alive. What are you talking about? It can't be true." Well, she is indeed alive because she is still here at Kadan. Is it Kadan? Mountains of the Talia Ghul's fortress. Well, everybody's bowing, just like in the last issue, and every character and creature looks different, and I like that. But she's the only one defiantly standing, and even the quieter says, "For pity's sake, kneel, Silencer. It's serve her or to be obliterated. There is no other way." But and then we see the smug face of Talia. The art looks so incredibly good. Damn. So Silas says, "Fuck it," and "fuck her." And she says, "Nope, I'm not gonna bow. I'm gonna kill you." And she lunges forward and she throws some knives in people's heads here. Looks really good. And she says, "Can I get all the way to her? Can I make her suffer too before I'm done? Kill her again?" And Talia says, "Oh, dear child." He says, "Too many coming from every side, desperate to prove their devotion to the demon's daughter. You always did such a beautiful work." Yeah, she tried to survive and tried to get to the demon's daughter. I mean, Talia. But she also says, "As my blade flashes, I wonder how many other lives I'm ending here. How many other families are losing fathers, brothers, sisters, mothers. And I know the answer is none. You joined Leviathan, you cut your family ties, period. These creatures have all given their lives to Leviathan." Well, is that true, Silencer? I mean, you have made a deal and you have a family for 5 years. So what makes you so sure that these people, these creatures, these employees of Leviathan didn't, have a similar deal? Yet you killed them all. And you are very devoted to do that. You are 100% sure that these people have nothing. You say, "They're monsters and I make them pay. None of them have something to fight for, and that's why I will," and then she get her ass kicked. So, but you don't know that, right? That's what you're assuming. So, but before she gets killed, Talia intervenes and says, "Stop, everybody leave the room." And because she wants to speak to Silencer, and she picks up the head of Quietus, and she's going to reward him for his loyalty. So she's having a chat with, skipping a few pages, with Silencer. But of course there will be a fight. And I love the fact that Talia is good in fighting. She can hold her own, probably better than Silencer. She can really kick ass. And, Silencer blames her for what's happening. Talk about promises not being kept. She talked about the 5 years that she was normal, that she has, been taken away from her, or ripped away from her family. She says, "You don't know what you are, but I do. I've known since the moment I met you. You can't be controlled like the rest of Leviathan because you don't believe in the dream. You can't be broken, and that's what makes you the perfect asset. Our relationship was always personal and different." But she says, "Enough. You talk like you know me, but you don't." But she says, "I do. I know you realize your fight is futile. You know I cannot die, thus Leviathan cannot die. Thus you will never be free and your family will never be safe. Awesome. This is just awesome writing here, along with beautiful, great looking art. She says, I accept I could ensure their family. I said, what? But then we go back to, skipping a few pages, to the embassy. And Blake and Ben is there. And this woman is asking him a couple of questions. She says, Honor, and that's the real name of Silencer. Do you know where she was born? And he says, well, where did she go to school? You know, I don't. And what about the names of the father and mother? Honor never talked about her past. You know, I guess you take stuff for granted. And I never pressed her because I always thought there would be time. And then he realizes that he know not so much about his wife. And he panics a little bit. I really don't know the answer. How could I know so little about her? And then, Ben is coming, says, it's okay, Dad. And he cries and he's, emotional. And he says, it's like I never knew her at all. Yeah, Blake, isn't that really weird that you live with your, wife for more than 5 years or 10 years and you still don't know who their parents are, where she comes from? Isn't that a little bit weird? I feel for this guy. But at the same time, why didn't you ask the question? So that's a little bit weird. Anyway, skipping a few pages. So we hear at some kind of a control room. And Talia says, this is Kadim, magnificent country. I loved it since I was a girl. My father brought me here. Remote accessibility. No, wait a minute. Remote, inaccessible, all manner of terrain, the ideal retreat. You see that, Honor? The mountains? The world. That is what I want. The world under my power. And this is what you want. So it seems that she has cameras all through the house for years. And she didn't notice at all. We can reach a new understanding if you like. Serve me again. If you do, I will spare your son and husband. They will be safe. Leviathan at my command will protect them from harm forever. And she says, I have zero reasons to trust your word. Well, that's true. But then Talia makes a counter proposal. She says, the only way I see the only way to ensure your loyalty is to make a compromise that can't be broken. I know that if I fail to protect them, you will have nothing left to lose. And then I would need to fear you more than anything. Our understanding will enforce your loyalty, yes, but it also bind me to keep my promise. Okay, that's an interesting proposal. More. So she said then she is going to switch, the cameras. They're also vulnerable, so easy to reach. She says, is this live? Yeah, the U.S. Embassy. They are grieving your death. So sad. And this is Gillian. She is an embassy as aide. She's also been a Leviathan operative for 3 years. She can hear me now. Go ahead, Gillian. Show Honor what's in the case. She's in completely shock and she yields. She says, you win. Wonderful. Gillian, stand down. And then as you can see, she is totally in shock. Talia says, we two are together again, Honor. I don't even begin to understand the depths of your cruelty. Now, she says, you have achieved your victory. You have protected your family's future, giving your life to do it. But he also brags about that he has conquered Silencer, because that was the hardest thing of a career. It's a moment that I will treasure. But then she says, one last thing. In the diner, you killed me. That was in issue 6. Death is transitionary for me. But of course, but it was still a deep insult. There will be punishment for that transgression. So, okay, that's good. I think, okay, there's going to be more repercussions for Silencer later, right? But then she does this. Holy shit, she plants a knife into her heart. And she says, no one defies me. No one. And she kicks her out of the building through the glass. And this is the last thing we see until issue 13. And it came as a total surprise for me. This comic, man, I don't know. It's just, this is so well written and the art is phenomenal. I'm totally on board with that. I'm so invested in this whole storyline and this whole character. This is just great stuff. Issue 12 is still going strong. I cannot believe it. Yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. I keep you updated into, of course, issue 13 that's coming soon. Yeah, see you next time. Bye-bye.